How you doing? Jay Todd coming to you from Las Vegas. And here's what's happening this week in gambling. Howdy players, and thanks for joining me on another edition of This Week in Gambling, where, counting this show, I only have 2 more of these to produce this year before I can take the rest of the month off for the holidays. So let's make it count and get things started with online casino news, followed by land-based casino news, and followed by land-based sports betting news, and finally online sports betting news. That's land, online, sports casino. Yeah, I think that's right. Last week, we told you about the explosion of sports betting all across America. You can go back and watch that show if you like. This week's big story finds that expansion is set to continue into next year, as operator 888 has plans to move into at least 3 new states. Indiana, Iowa, and Colorado all regulate betting on sports right now, but 888 is set to move into those markets and add to the competition in 2021. It's all part of their plans for U.S. domination. I mean growth. But what about a state that is regulating sports betting at land-based casinos, but not online? Yet. New York has been accepting in-person bets at their land-based casinos since last year, but so far they have not allowed mobile or online sports betting to take place. But it hasn't been for a lack of trying. As the old expression goes, if at first you don't succeed, well, keep pushing and pushing and pushing until something finally breaks. And that's exactly what lawmakers in the state are trying to do, using budget shortfalls as a method of pushing forward their online sports betting legislation. And while we have to wait to find out what happens next year in New York, gamblers in Michigan had been holding out hope for an early Christmas present this year in the form of legalized, regulated online casino gambling in their state. But no. Just before I came out here to film this episode, word came in that Michigan has in fact delayed the launch of their online casino games by at least 6 to 8 weeks, putting the launch somewhere in mid to late January of 2021. But hey, Michigan wasn't the only place delaying openings this past week. In fact, one new casino in Las Vegas has announced that their grand opening has also been delayed. We'll talk about that right after the break.
This week's exclusive promotion is for the Yo-Yo Casino. Right now, Casino City has special offers for Yo-Yo and other gaming sites. Follow the direct link in this video's description to online.casinocity.com for all the details.
This week's game review is for the Real Gems Deluxe online slot from our friends at Microgaming. It's a 5-reel game with 20 pay lines that features wild and scatter symbols, bonus spins, a bonus round, and allows players to win up to 1,000 times their bet. You can find this review and others when you visit our YouTube channel. And finally this week, Virgin Las Vegas had scheduled their grand opening for January 15th, located where the old Hard Rock Casino used to be. However, that opening has now been pushed back. And can you guess why? Anyone? If you said coronavirus, you're right. I suppose we can't really blame them in this situation. After all, Vegas tourism is down and most of the city is closed except for the weekends. Still, it just seems that these days people are using coronavirus as a catch-all excuse for just about everything. Got a little bit of dandruff? Coronavirus. Get pulled over for speeding? Sorry, officer, coronavirus. Drunk texting your ex at 3:30 in the morning? Well, that one's probably more on me.
That's what she said.